The reason why I fucking love these apps, the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is because I'm a big fucking believer in finding apps that are going to make my life easier. What's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast with your boy, Cole De Silva. Now, I'm going to start this off a little bit different. All right. Brian on his podcast, Brian Mark, as you guys know, my best friend, my business partner, on his podcast, the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast, he always does review breakdowns. Okay. He always talks about reviews that he has on the podcast. And every single time I hear it, it always gets me super amped up, but I never thought to actually go and check to see if anybody's actually left me a review. And the reason why I didn't think to check that was because I haven't been incredibly active on the actual podcast. Besides me starting a week and a half ago, I think I put out 13 episodes, and then honestly, I kind of fell off track. I stopped doing it all the time, not because I didn't like it, well, just because I wasn't making it a priority and I wasn't putting my time into it. So now we're on it consistently. I'm actually getting a certain amount built up so I can start posting them on a daily basis on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. But I decided to take some time to look to see if I actually had any reviews. And I wanted to say, yo, this got me amped the fuck up. Reading this made me so internally grateful. I can't even express it. So I'm just going to read it right now. This is actually from our boy TP. He was one of our clients before, one of our clients in the mastermind. So if you watch this, big dog, I appreciate the fuck out of you. Thank you for dropping this on here. So TP said, the proof is in the pudding. All right. I was one of his clients and his coach, and coach will tell you the truth. We all have heard the truth will set you free. Well, he set me free from struggling with my business and my way of thinking. I'm now making over $10,000 a month easily after struggling to sustain $4,000 for the past 3 years. Digest his advice and watch your life change, only if you apply his teachings. Yo, when I heard that shit got me so amped up, it wasn't even funny. I lost my shit because I didn't think I had any fucking reviews because I haven't been very consistent on posting on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Like, I'll openly admit that. So first off, I want to say and give a huge shout out to TP. I appreciate the fuck out of you, my man. If any of you guys do get value from the podcast that I'm putting out, tell me. All right. I would love to talk to you about it. All right. The reason why I do this is because I guess I've been in my shell for a long time. I tell people that they need to use their voice, utilize their voice to send a certain message out. But then sometimes I guess I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because then I'm afraid to share my own voice to a certain degree. I'm afraid to step out of my own comfort zone to let people hear what I have to say. And as of recently, if you guys go look at my TikTok, I did the same thing. I stepped out of my comfort zone and I started to do it. And I posted a video that has blown my TikTok up. And I just gained 9,000 followers in 24 hours on TikTok just by utilizing my own voice. So I'm going to get out there more. So if you guys hear something that I say, whether it's on Clubhouse, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be, or Apple Podcasts and Spotify, tell me. Leave a review. I would be more than fucking happy to read it out and give you a shout out because I love seeing that people are getting value. Now, with all that being said, we're going to be talking about the actual main subject today. But I understand that some of you guys might not understand why I'm breaking this down again. You guys might be like, well, Cole, we follow you on social media and we already read your Instagram post from yesterday. Why are you talking about 5 staple apps that you use every day again? And well, it's because you can only say so much in 2,000 characters, which is honestly kind of fucking funny because back in school, if you would have told me to write a 2,000 character essay, I thought that was a lot. All right. I saw 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 characters as a lot. I was like, fuck my life. This is going to be a long fucking essay. And now 2,000 characters, obviously, just the words. But it's literally nothing. You can explain anything in depth. So I wanted to take the time. I wanted to give you guys a more in-depth review on these apps to kind of help you guys take your content to the next fucking level. All right. But first, you need to understand something. All right. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit more directed towards online fitness coaches because that's what I specialize in. But if you are listening to this and you are not an online fitness coach, it's still going to apply to you. If you create content If you have a business on social media, this is going to apply to you. Okay? Your social media is your business card. Your social media as an online fitness coach is your business card. Straight up. Your social media is your resume. Your social media as an online fitness coach is your resume. This is why we tell you guys to put out content that has to do with value, all right, connection, and proof. We also tell you to make sure that it is high fucking level, because that's the first place people are going to go. Everybody thinks it's a website these days. I'm going to give you a heads up on something. Does PT Domination have a website? 100%. 100% PT Domination has a website. And the only reason why we do is because we've now gotten to an incredibly high fucking level with our company. Back in the day, we also had a website for AE Nation, and it was never fucking touched. We thought we needed one, so we built one, and then it was literally never gone to. Everybody went to our social medias because nobody uses fucking websites nowadays. Yes, they do have a fucking place in the industry, but your social media is everything. Your social media is going to be the main place where people go. So it needs to look good. But obviously, a lot of you guys listen to different creators and you get different, I guess, advice from each one. All right, you listen to a creator like Gary Vee and he will tell you that quality is subjective. Just put out content. Don't worry about the quality. Quality is subjective, and I get it. All right, I actually agree with him to a certain degree. But again, you need to realize something. Gary Vee has already cemented himself as a fucking authority in his space. Everyone knows who Gary Vee is. All right, and he produces so much fucking value on a daily basis. All right, that quality honestly doesn't matter. He can have an amazing video with a bunch of edited music and pop-ups and everything else. Or he could just have a shitty video with crappy lighting and you're still going to fucking listen to the entire thing because it's Gary Vee. You're not Gary Vee. Okay? Like, you might be trying to be one. You might be trying to be a Gary Vee. You might be aspiring to be like Gary Vee, but you're not right now. Okay, so your content quality fucking matters. He can have that range between amazing quality and shitty quality because he produces so much content, because he cemented himself as the authority, all right? And because he's put the fucking time in on the back end. This is something that every single content creator, every single business owner on social media needs to understand, needs to internally understand. So, yes, it's hard. And yes, we got to figure out what works for us. And this is why I want you guys to start here, because we all need to start somewhere. This is why I wanted to share with you guys the 5 staple apps that I found to be the best. I actually have a couple more, but I'm going to focus on these ones right now. The best for me to create better content. The 5 staple apps are, and write these down. If you're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, wherever the fuck you're listening to this right now, write this down. The 5 staple apps that I use on a daily basis are InShot, INSHOT, Lightroom, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to fucking spell that one. Spacey, SPACIE, Spark, Camera, and Cut Story. Those are my 5 staple apps that I use every fucking day. All right, I might not use every single one of them, but I use at least 2 of these apps every day, no matter what. No matter what. Actually, I'll probably say 3 of these apps every single day, no matter what, period. They all have their place and they all do something fucking amazing. All right? But what are these apps and what do they do? This is where I wanted to do the podcast, and I kind of wanted to give you guys more of an in-depth breakdown on each of these apps because, again, I could only give you guys a one-liner, and you might not understand these apps or even want to go look at them if they're not explained a little bit more in depth. So let's get into it. The first app is InShot. I'm going to repeat it one more time. InShot, INSHOT. Every single one of you content creators, online fitness coaches, people who are trying to produce nice videos, all right, and like informational videos, need to have this app. All of you. InShot is like having a fucking Premiere Pro or a Final Cut Pro or a Filmora app that's meant for your computer on your phone. And it is incredibly user-friendly. All right. What I wrote in the Instagram post is it's an app that works like Filmora or Final Cut Pro, and it'll help you create amazing video edits without your computer. But when I'm saying that, guys, I mean like this is what helps me produce all of my fucking TikTok videos. So if you're following me on TikTok right now, all the videos where it has a cut here, it's slow-mo here, all right? The overlays of the music where you hear my voice speaking and you hear the music in the background, all of that is done in InShot. All of it is done in InShot because the app is incredibly fucking versatile. It helps me immensely. And again, it's incredibly simple to fucking use. It has options where you can cut different scenes in and out. It has options that you can overlay music. It has options that you could slow everything down so I can create like cool slow-mo scenes. InShot is a fucking staple if you want to create good videos and you don't want to always be doing it on your fucking computer. It's actually one of the things that I love because I do a lot of content shit when I'm traveling if I don't fall asleep on the plane right away, like Julia will call me out for. So I try to do a lot of content shit when I'm traveling, and InShot helps me do a bunch of it because then I'll just batch content and get a fuckload done. Or again, if you guys are following me on TikTok, I'm doing a lot of voiceover stuff. I'm utilizing my voice to kind of inspire people, motivate people, provide value to people. So yesterday I felt inspired and I filmed 15 voiceover videos. So I just filmed 15 videos, not even of me talking, just my voice. Now I can put those in InShot and I can overlay them with other videos that I have to make them look good and to make them create that punch online. So InShot is the first staple app. If you do not have it, I highly suggest you getting it. All of the apps I'm going to break down today, if I'm not mistaken, have a free aspect to them. But I would just invest in them. Because as a business owner, as a content creator, if you're putting out content to make you money, if you're putting out content to build your audience to make you money, then just spend the money right now to invest in your content because you're going to make it back because of your content. Just going to put that out there. All right. The second staple app, very simple. Lightroom is a little bit more expensive, but it is Lightroom. All right. Again, Lightroom can be used on your computer and it can be used on your phone. Lightroom will be a little bit harder to understand and it might take a little bit longer to learn, but I'm telling you right fucking now that if you cannot afford daily, weekly, monthly photo shoots with a great photographer, Lightroom is a staple you need to add into your arsenal right fucking now. Because you can do so much with Lightroom. You can literally make a photo look like it was taken by a $6,000 camera just by utilizing an iPhone and Lightroom properly. We had one of our mastermind students actually come on and do a little class, a little teaching on Lightroom because Brian and myself still are learning shit to this day. We are not masters when it comes to this app. And he showed us that you could do so much in the back end. Homie like changed the color of his shirt. So he was wearing a yellow shirt. He didn't like how it looked with his theme on Instagram. So he literally changed the color of his shirt to a like whitish pale color. And it looked fucking amazing. Then he showed us the original and it was like, it didn't even make sense that that was the same photo. Lightroom does so much for your Instagram. It's crazy. You can create themes. You can put color overlays. You can make everything look like it's branded properly. So Lightroom is the second staple app that I suggest every single one of you content creators, as long as you want to take this seriously, go and get. Again, Lightroom is a little bit more expensive. I'm not going to lie. But the way I look at it is if I'm paying for an app, if I'm paying for something to improve my content, and then that improved content brings me clients, brings me revenue, then it's paying for itself. So go check out Lightroom. The third staple app, write this down. All right. This one's, again, spelt a little bit weird. SPACIE, Spacey. This is my third staple app that I use on a daily fucking basis. This one is a non-negotiable for me. This is a non-negotiable for me, telling all of you online fitness coaches and content creators to get this fucking app. All the other ones, it's like, okay, if you want to maybe not get them, I understand. But if you're writing long captions, go get Spacey. I actually found this app by accident. I think it was 1.5 years, 2 years ago. I was one of those online fitness coaches, those content creators that would write a long caption, and I would separate my caption paragraphs with dots or underscores or emojis. And it looked like shit. It doesn't look good. It always looks like very busy, for lack of a better term. But then somebody sent me a link, and the link was built by a content creator that helps you keep the gaps in between your paragraphs. Then I used that link for around 1 year, and then figured out that there was an app called Spacey that is the exact same fucking thing. Now, I think Spacey costs $3.50 for the actual app. And now every single one of my captions not only have a properly spaced paragraph break in between everything that I'm writing, but I can also bold and use italics on all of my captions to create that little bit of an extra punch. Guys, you need to make people read your content. You need to make people think about your content before they scroll. And if by utilizing a fucking good app to make sure that your captions look great, by maybe throwing a bold letter in there or using some italics or just making it look clean, they might stay on your content more and you might get an extra client because of it. Spacey's a non-fucking negotiable for me. If you are listening to this and you create content, long form written content on a daily basis, I highly, highly, highly suggest you get Spacey. Okay. Number four is Spark Camera. And honestly, this is one of my favorite apps as well. This is actually something that I use every single time I go traveling. So guys, when I went, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, I went out and I bought a bunch of vlog gear because I wanted to start vlogging on a daily basis. Now, obviously, COVID really put a fucking damper in that when we got back from Bali. Just because of the fact that I ended up sitting in my house, and I'm a homebody when I'm home, when I'm not traveling. I don't do anything. And I don't want to be one of those vloggers, one of those YouTube channels that only give tips. It's just really not what I'm about. All right. I just don't like doing that stuff. If I'm going to do tip videos, if I'm going to do breakdowns, I'm going to give you video replays of this podcast, of the things that I'm talking about. So I went and bought a bunch of vlog gear. But then obviously, when you're trying to just walk around on a daily basis, you don't always want a massive camera. You don't always want like a bunch of vlog gear with you. Now, in my research of learning about cameras, learning about vlogging, learning about content creation, I found Spark Camera. SPARK Camera. Spark Camera is an app that helps you do continuous videos. All right. And it helps you limit the amount of editing apps, etc., that you need. So what I mean by continuous videos, guys, is you literally point and shoot. You could shoot all the way up to 4K, and the videos are continuous. You'll see each scene will be a different color, but you can literally just pick up your phone. All right. You hold down the screen. You just hard press on the screen. And as long as your thumb is on the screen, it's filming. You take it off. You look somewhere else, you start filming again. And it helps you do continuous vlogs. So I could shoot like up to an hour of 4K video continuously with Spark Camera and then edit it all in Spark Camera, hit download. And now I have an hour-long vlog with cool transitions, different looks, all just done on my iPhone out of one fucking app. Spark Camera is the shit. All right. A lot of if you guys go to my Instagram and you scroll all the way down on my IGTVs, you're going to find swipe workouts. All right. You're not going to find swipe workouts. You're going to find workouts from when I was an online fitness coach. If you go to the IGTVs and you scroll all the way down, all of those workouts are filmed on Spark Camera. Makes it very, very easy to fucking film them. Makes it very easy for you to produce high quality fucking content that looks like it was shot with a camera. Because you can add those transitions. You can add that little bit of quote unquote spark to your videos to give yourself an edge. Okay? Now, Cut Story is the 5th staple app that I use on a daily basis. And the reason why, sorry guys, the reason why I put that in the very end is because Cut Story helps you with every other piece of content here other than maybe Lightroom and Spacey. Lightroom, it still could help you, but Spacey, not really. The reason why is because Cut Story is an app that you can download videos into and then cut to certain lengths that you need. So a lot of you guys, and what I see a lot of online fitness coaches and creators do, is they want to do a long Instagram story, right? So they'll sit down and they'll do 4 slides because Instagram will let you film up to a minute in Instagram stories. Then you need to stop and then you need to write your captions on the video because you should always have captions. You should not just leave them blank because it's proven that 80% of people online watch videos without the sound. Little tip for you guys. So you should add captions to everything. But then after you're done writing your 4th caption for the minute video that you filmed in your Instagram story, sometimes you guys lose your fucking train of thought. You lose your flow, right? What Cut Stories allows you to do is what I do now when I want to put out like a savage Instagram story or a long form piece of content and then upload it to Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Snapchat, whatever the case may be, is I'll just set up my camera and I'll film a video. Now, regardless of that video being 45 seconds or 3.5 minutes long, I can then split it into 15-second segments, 10, 20, 25. I can do custom ones, 3 seconds all the way up to 60-second segments. What this allows me to do now is film one video, all right? I film that one fucking video, and then, bonus tip, I upload it to a new app that I use. I wasn't going to tell anybody about this, but I'm fucking doing it right now. I download that video. I upload it to a video called Captions that I use now. So now I have captions on top of my 3-minute long video. Then I upload it in the Cut Story, cut it down in 15-second segments, and bam. Now I have an Instagram story that has good captions. It literally took me half the fucking time. It all looks super goddamn clean, and it bang, app. Guys, the reason why I fucking love these apps, the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is because I'm a big fucking believer in finding apps that are going to make my life easier. I also have a scheduling app for my Instagram and my Facebook. So if I get incredibly busy, I go and I take all of my Instagram posts and I upload them in the scheduling app so I don't have to think about it. It just posts on a daily basis. And then I go in and I engage with my audience. Apps are meant to make your guys' lives easier. So utilize them properly. Figure out how to use them. I strongly suggest that every single content creator checks out these apps. So I'm going to tell you guys the names one more time. Number 1 is InShot. InShot. InShot is an app that works like a Premiere Pro, a Final Cut Pro, a Filmora on your phone. So this will help you guys create amazing video edits with the computer. Number 2 is Lightroom. Lightroom is a computer or phone app to help you edit your photos to make them look more professional. This way you don't need to have a photo shoot every single week. You could just point and shoot with a fucking iPhone and have high quality content. Spacey is an app to help you space out your captions while making the text look more fancy so your captions don't look cluttered and you stand out amongst the rest. 4 is Spark Camera. Spark Camera is an app that helps you do continuous videos so you limit the amount of editing needed and to make your videos look a little bit more fancy so you stand out. It adds that spark. And number 5, an app, again, that I think is a huge staple is Cut Story. Cut Story is an app that helps you cut down longer videos in certain second segments to allow you to not have to lose your train of thought. Stop trying to do it all in your Instagram story. Utilize Cut Story properly. I would highly suggest taking some time to check out these apps so you could start basically making your content look better so you can become the fucking authority in your space. Because again, guys, the better your content looks, the more likely somebody is to engage with your page, which might equal a gained client or more revenue for your business. Content is king. It's 2021. If you have a social media presence, if you have an online business, content is king. Let's make sure it looks good. Let's make sure we respect how we fucking produce our content. And that brings us to the end of this episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. Guys, if you got value from this and you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., let me know. All right, either send me a DM or drop a comment below. If you're on Clubhouse, stick around. We're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. And if you are on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you drop a review below like my boy TP. Honestly, homie made my entire fucking day, so I would love to read more. All right, Facebook, IG, TikTok, I'm out. Clubhouse, it's time to talk.